All right, this is episode 5 of Pastime Thinker. I'm your host, Frederick. I'm with my co-host, Jacob.
What's up?
And returning guests, we have Kevin from episode 2.
Howdy.
And Jill and Victoria are in the room.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah. So, we've had actually an eventful couple of days, Kevin and Jacob has. Kevin.
Well, you can't start with me.
I want to start with you. What happened
No.
today, Mike?
I got a tattoo.
You got a tattoo?
4 hours of pain.
4 hours? What? Was it just like you expected it to be like?
Is that your first tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty big.
that's your first tattoo.
Yeah,
that's
what the
big.
guy said. 3/4 of the way, and he's like, picked a good one for your first one. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, you got like a really
Yeah.
like geometrically detailed like wolf on your calf.
Yeah.
I would say it's almost tribal.
Yo, I'm so happy
Yeah.
he didn't put it as far up as he was going to.
Yeah, he was gonna put it like right on the crook of your knee.
Ew.
Almost.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, I felt like he was right there, but I knew he was nowhere close.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, like when I got mine, when he got down to the tricep, I felt he was like pinching the bottom of my arm.
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck you, I'll kill you."
I had the whole, I kept it together though, except dude, I have forehead veins I never knew I had. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I was sitting in the room with you the whole time, and like it went on a lot longer than we thought it was gonna be.
He quarters
Well,
like 2.5, maybe
I looked,
3 hours.
Well, I saw you showed me. It does not look like a 4.5 hour long
But I guess
tattoo.
Well, it's because
a
it was a
lot.
lot of lines.
Well, you would think that it'd be like almost like a coloring book where you do the stencil of the outline.
That's what I thought
and
too.
then just fill in
Just
the
go
line.
crazy.
But then you think about it, once they start going in at it, the ink spills over.
You gotta
it
make
doesn't
sure
go
they
in, and
cover
they gotta
everywhere.
wipe constantly.
Because they can't see.
and it's
Yeah,
and
but like-
it's a fucking solid blackout
My
tattoo. So
favorite part was probably the lining, because it just felt like somebody was just cutting me with a straight razor, like just slicing
Really?
my. It just felt like somebody was nice and clean, nice cuts, and I was just like, I got used to that, and then he started going in with the like gouging.
thick one?
Oh,
That's why I'm terrified to color mine. I'm so scared because I'm like, there's gonna be big
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
needles in there, dude.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then the touch up afterwards was like the worst.
I hate it when they do touch-ups. Like Jacob won't know because you didn't get yours filled in. But like after they fill it in, they like clean it up and they take a good look and then they go back and fill in any little spots
Yeah.
they may have missed.
So the guy he outlined the right side first, then he outlined the left side, then he filled in the left side and filled in the right side. So by the time you're done filling in the right side, the left side's all just swole, like it just
Hurts, yeah.
it hurts. And then he goes back in there with like the original lining tool and just like with a lining.
and it just kind of like zigzags through
Oh, with-
all the holes. that
It's
it
got
does.
like
Yeah.
I think he said like 5 needles in that one or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to ask how many needles. Probably like 10 in the bundle.
We didn't ask for
I thought-
what the fill-in one is.
I
Yeah, you said the
mine,
lining one was
honestly, the
5.
one that I got, like they said, I looked and it looked like it was like 3. Like it was fucking tight. Like it was pretty
Yeah.
skinny fucking lines. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was like 3.
Yeah.
I looked at it before. She was like put it in. I was watching her put it in. Like I was watching the whole thing. So I was like, there's not a lot of needles because like I know they don't do one. One is not a thing.
And, like,
there was a lot of judgment going on in the room.
Yeah, because you needed a distraction. So like first he puts it on and like the
Heard he's
tattoo
gonna
artist.
drink their water.
The tattoo artist is like, oh, that looks dope, that looks dope. And Kevin just looked at it, he's like, can you put it a little bit lower? And he was all like,
I was scared when I did mine. Dude, when I did mine, he did the same thing. He put it really high up. I was like, you want to just like bring it down a little bit? I felt so awkward asking that. Like, he's the professional. I was like, bring it down. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, do I ask him that? Like, it's probably a good idea.
And then he started the line work, right? And like he did, all you hear is like, zzz, and then Kevin's like, oh!
Oh no!
And then he goes for the second line and says, zzz, and then Kevin's like, yo, you got any DVDs for this TV?
Yo, I needed a distraction so bad.
Which way? You go to Ink Fix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I went to Badlands. Like they literally have the exact same ratings. I checked again.
Yeah.
They're both 4.3 right now, I think, or 4.2.
Yeah.
Like they're basically on par with each other. I went to Badlands and it was. There was no
Yeah.
TVs, nothing
So then-
to look at.
yeah.
I just stared at them.
Oh,
So
I
after he
totally
did
knew
2
I
lines,
couldn't-
he was like, yeah.
I totally knew I couldn't sit.
Yeah.
First of all, if it was 2.5 hours, maybe through music, but it ended up being like close to 4.5 hours.
That's
Yeah.
insane though.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
seems like a long time.
So then he was like, yeah, we got Netflix. So then like he had to stop tattooing
Put on
Kevin
Paw Patrol?
No, we put on The Office.
oh, that's not a bad idea.
We
Yeah,
watched-
That's a good one.
All of season 1.
And we got into episode 5 of season 2. That's how long we were there for.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
seasons, they're short seasons. God damn.
Oh yeah. Well, we were there for a long time, man.
I haven't watched Office.
I've
Sorry.
watched through it like 15 times.
Yeah, I thought your cat wasn't playful. And as soon as we start recording,
What is it?
Well,
Our
do
cat
something.
just had a fucking tantrum
Oh,
over
that's
that
what
bag
that
of catnip.
thing
You just give him drugs. No wonder he's freaking
it's
out.
like a hacky sack full of catnip. And the first day we had it, he lost his shit.
Crack to a homeless
And then he
person.
literally, you just lick it, and then you lose interest. But we haven't seen it in so long. I didn't know where the fuck it went.
Well, we found it.
Yeah,
Loving
he's
it. Well,
going
yeah,
to
he's
fucking
been
town.
sober for days now.
Dude,
All you need is a couple licks every once in a while to keep you going.
Oh.
That's why he's been an asshole with you.
Probably, actually, he's been
So
on
now-
a mission. Now he's fucking.
So
relapsing.
expectations of the tattoo. Like, was it worse? Was it better? Like,
It was exactly what I thought it would be.
What,
Yeah.
in terms
It
of
was-
what? Like, what were you expecting going in?
So I expected. Well, first off, everybody made it sound way worse than it was gonna be. So like automatically made it like, okay, well everybody's talking up so bad that like it won't actually be that bad. So then it just ended up meeting my expectations. So it was like, it was fine.
Yeah, the
my
cat
God.
just knocked his toy underneath the cage.
He looks like
He's so defeated.
God. Yeah. Yeah, so it was exactly what I expected it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, to the T.
Okay. Well, that at least you weren't under or overwhelmed.
No. There was like 20 minutes into it, I was like, I might have to ask for a bucket.
That first prick, though, it freaks you out.
Oh, yeah, the first like 20
Yeah.
minutes, it was like, I was like, my body just wasn't ready for it. And then I was like, I'm gonna have to ask for a bucket. Like,
You thought you were gonna throw
Really?
up.
Oh, yeah, but I just powered, I was like, nah. And like, got distracted with the TV show that was on.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Yeah.
yours did. Mine took 25, 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was just a straight pencil
Oh,
thin
And
outline.
it was like an hour and a half
Yours
into
would
it.
make me puke for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I
And-
would have cried.
And now I got close.
Dude.
But like an hour and a half into it, every like 5 or 10 minutes, dude, all of a sudden I feel like real sweaty. Like
Yeah.
my body's rejecting what's going on.
Well,
So I
yeah.
get real sweaty, and then like it would die off, and like there's a couple times where I was like grabbing onto the seat, like
Yeah, I saw you.
bending
You had
the
like a
seat down.
power
Yeah.
grip.
I was bending the seat down, but I was like, whoa.
Is it tender, the back of your calf?
Well, after like gouging into it for a while, yeah, I did.
I guess that's true.
Like at the first 20 minutes were pretty rough, and then kind of dozed off.
But like the last, like, I want to say 40 minutes for you, you
Was
were
just fucking hell, man. Oh, I was just like,
the last 40 minutes of touch-ups?
no, it was probably 5 minutes touch ups,
yeah.
but like,
As he was like nearly done, like Kevin was just like I could see it on your face.
I was just like not having.
I
it
almost
anymore.
wish we kind of popped in now. Fuck. I wish
I'm
we came.
so
Well, I knew
happy
you were
with
where
it.
you were.
There's
We
one
could've
point
just
like
came,
his
fuck.
sister and aunt walked in to like.
Yeah,
we
his
took
sister
break.
and aunt showed up because
So we
like they had to
took a
pick
break.
something
They live
up.
here?
What?
Your sister and aunt live
No,
here?
No, the
not-
tattoo
the
artist.
Oh,
artists.
oh
His
Yeah.
sister
shit.
and
I was
his
like,
had to
aunt
stop.
showed
I
up.
didn't know you're from around here.
We had to stop. So then that I was like, oh god. And he was like so close to finishing the line work.
Yeah, he had like I want to say like a fifth of the line work.
Did he
left.
charge you for the 4.5 hours? Or did he charge you for what the estimated hours were?
He charged
Well,
him for
I
the
tipped him
estimate.
$10.
Yeah.
Good.
I tipped him 10.
'Cause,
That's good. Because I was thinking, I was like, cause I was talking to Victoria too. I was like, that's going to be like
That's
a
all I
few
brought.
$100s. Like,
I
that's
was like,
fucked.
that's
No,
all I
like
brought.
when he quoted you, he's like, what was it, $260
yeah.
for the whole thing. It'll be like 2.5, 3 hours, and yeah, and then you put $50 down,
Yeah.
and then yeah, even though it took 4.5 hours, he still honored the price that he gave you.
Good for him, man. That's good. That's fucking solid.
Yeah,
But he also got a customer too, though.
That's true.
yeah, because Kevin's now going back for at least
That's,
3 more.
That's actually really well done.
Yeah.
And I'm as soon as I got my first, I want more, and like
I was
didn't want to
thinking-
go there.
I wanted it higher because I wanted to put 2 more under it. So, but then I ended up lowering it down, and then
Do
I
a
wanted to put a
little.
bear on the other calf, and then but Fred gave me a good idea of putting a caribou under one, like with the antlers kind of going around the wolf, and on the other one with the bear have a moose do it.
Oh, I like that
Yeah.
actually.
Well, you originally wanted a
fucking
totem
northerners,
Yeah,
and you're hunting.
You
I'm a
northern
northern boy.
Oh, you know, from like anywhere outside of Canada, you're also a northerner, right?
Yeah. I like camping and shit. That's the one thing.
I like camping and
I like
shit. I'm a
camping,
northerner.
camping, fishing, all that shit. But like I've never been hunting.
You've never
I
taken the
I
life
got
of
my
an
hunting
animal,
license,
minding
but
his
I
own
never
business.
sent
I
in the
fucked the
paperwork
co-
because I was a broke kid and I lost all the paperwork.
I have taken the life of an animal, but it's because I fucked it up with my car.
Oh, unintentional hunting.
Yeah. Oh, I've twisted a rabbit into a corkscrew like 2 times.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we go
That's
to
the
the water.
saddest shit. It
Poor fluffy rabbit.
happens, man. In Barrie, man, the rabbits are everywhere.
Oh, I hit
Some
a bird one
fucking-
time.
Oh, dude, I
I had
stuck
to
in my
pull over,
grill.
make sure my car was okay.
I went stuck in my grill alive for like an hour and a half long drive.
Dude, I had to pull over. Like, as soon as I hit it, I'm like, pull over, make sure my headlights and, like, all my plastics are good and shit.
When I went to Barrie, with my brother drove from Regina to Sudbury to pick me up to go to Barrie, because my brother lives in Sudbury, in Saskatchewan. So he drove 3,000 kilometers, picks me up, and in the 3-hour stretch from here to Barrie, we hit 4 fucking birds. Like, there's a whole flock went to fly across. Boom, 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 boom. Like, he fucking 2 off his windshield, 2 off his fucking grill. And I was like, dude, I've never hit a bird, and you just fucked 4 in 1. On my way back, everything was fine. I think a day later, I was in my work truck driving to my job site. Fuck a bird up. I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Like, it was
Demolish
stuck
it.
in the grill of the truck.
Oh, God.
I was like, you.
I had a cat once.
Oh,
You hit a cat?
Yo, I once
Yeah.
watched a dog run into the side of a moving vehicle.
I watched a dog get hit once.
Oh, God.
I like literally threw up.
I just wait.
Oh,
can we
that's
just
worse
change
because
this
humans
subject?
like dogs.
I'm depressed. I love my
Birds
dog.
are one thing, dogs make me
I
say
love
it.
my dog.
All right, then. Well, another thing that's happened this week is Jacob here got to go see Post Malone
He
live.
texted Post Malone.
I did text Post Malone.
You did not text Post Malone.
I
You
texted a
that.
robot.
Attempted to.
I was told it was the
One
number
of
to
his
call.
weird openers.
He was totally hoping for boobs.
Tyler Yahweh was the opener.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. Well, first off, he replayed his most famous song
Like
3 times.
Imagine going to a concert and the guy sings one song 3
But
times.
It's an,
Yo, you're
it's
gonna
an
milk
opener
that-
too.
you're gonna milk
It's a
that
3-hour
song.
concert. I think Post Malone was
Wow.
on for what?
An hour
Almost.
and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Holy
So
crap.
3 hours. They had an opening DJ, and then they had this Tyler Yahweh, and then they had Sway Lee. So Sway Lee had probably like a solid 45 minutes. So there's 45 minutes split between this random ass DJ, Tyler Yahweh, who I've never heard of, and then Sway Lee and Post Malone. Sway Lee comes out, and he's fucking just doing his thing, fucking jamming.
He was
And then I was like, wait, I've heard this song before. And then Victoria's like, yeah, because it's the first song he played. I was like, oh. And then he played another song, and they played the song again. I was like, dude, I know
Okay.
this song. She's like, because he's played it twice already. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's how
fine.
it gets you, though.
Like, I
That's how
was,
it gets you.
yeah, like,
And the funny part is he kept saying, he was like, yo, like, I just want to sing one more song for you guys. And
Yeah.
the crowd would go crazy. And then it was
It's the
same
same song.
every time. So I think he just
Yo.
forgot where he was. And, like,
He was
his set.
fucked. That song-
He's definitely just trying to sell albums, man.
a direct quote from that song is, what is it? It's flying through this. I'm a cocaine cowboy flying on my cocaine spaceship.
Yo.
or some
Yeah,
shit.
something like
I was just
that.
like, dude, this guy's
You know what
fucked.
the thing is, though? His plan worked because you're talking about him on the
He-
podcast.
Yeah,
right now.
it's
You
true.
can tell
Dude,
he
he's got
was-
so much
he
exposure
fucked-
right now.
he-
All
he-
3 of you guys are going to listen.
You got
you're gonna
played,
find him.
dude. You got played, bro.
Yeah, his 20-some-odd million Spotify views. Whatever.
So, but we were wondering because we did talk about what is it like at a Post Malone concert. Does he have background dancers?
No.
Does he?
No.
Is there any kind of
there's
choreography?
nothing.
Is there a
It's
band?
just him.
Just
and he
him.
does
No
his
band?
fucking thing. No,
Just tracks.
it's
It's
just him.
You literally can't even see the back of the stage because it's full of smoke, and then he just has lights, and it's him at the end of the stage. Because, like, you know how the stage
Obviously,
comes out?
he
Like,
has stage presence, so he goes from back to front, and then back, and then
a
front.
lot
all
of
that.
dancing.
barely,
No,
though.
No.
It's Post Malone. He doesn't dance.
So is
I
he
feel
just
like
like
Post
shimmy for two
No,
an hour and a
does he
half?
just-
Well, I
he's
feel like-
just okay. First off, he walks out,
Does
jaws going fucking crazy.
Yo, he
I'm
was
like,
so
this
high.
man did so much coke before he came out on stage.
His
His
jaw
jaw
was
was like he walked out. He's like,
He's like, yeah.
You know, no one can
Yeah.
see this.
well, whatever. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, true. So he comes out and his bottom jaw is just going left to right, shaking, vibrating. His lips are going weird, like.
Oh yeah.
And like I've seen this shit before. Like I know he's done coke for sure.
He's like,
And-
yeah, I'm just here to sing some songs for you guys. Or, no, what did he say? He's like, I'm here
Gonna
to
sing some shitty songs,
for you
and we're gonna have a
guys,
good task time
and
while
we're
we
gonna
do
get
it.
fucked up.
Yeah. I was like,
Jesus,
oh my
okay.
God.
And then he just goes right into he stopped talking on 3 times in the hour and a half that he did it because he just kept playing songs after
Yeah,
song
why
after
is-
song.
Okay, did he
he was-
only play from his new album or did he?
No.
No.
That's
Dude,
great.
he played like equally from his first, his second, and his third. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
I was
Did
like,
he
he played. Oh, he played like Congratulations. He played like Over Now. He played
Really?
White Iverson.
White Iverson,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Oh, when White Iverson, he's like, this is a song that
I-
promoted my shit career. And then it starts, I was like, oh, fuck is going to happen? Like,
He played I
this is
Fall
it.
Apart. Jacob almost cried.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking good.
How is his vocals live?
Amazing.
So good. He
He
sounds
is-
exactly
oh, yeah.
the same.
I've showed you his
Talk like I
his
did there.
acoustic song of the
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
Dylan "Don't Think Twice, It's
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Right" in a barn with no mic, just like an iPhone.
Yeah.
And his vocals is just as good.
Yeah, and
Doesn't
he
matter.
did.
He smokes constantly. His vocals haven't changed at all.
That's wild.
He is so good.
He's really good.
Like even
I
fucking
enjoy
Sway Lee had to get some like prostitute looking dancer chick to come out. He was just rapping and singing along, and then all you see is his legs go, like his legs
It's-
parted like the Red Sea, and then this black thing comes out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then her hair flips back, and it's this chick, and I'm like, oh, fuck, okay.
Here
there's
you
a
are
girl
talking
there.
shit, and it's gonna come out that was like his girlfriend or like his wife.
I don't
or
know who the
something.
fuck it was. It was just some random dancer, I think. Like she just
I'm
pops
sure he
out
does
between his
remember
legs.
playing.
Oh, dude,
She
it
killed
was so good though.
did
She
good.
actually did a good job too. She was
She-
fucking dancing her ass off.
She did a better job making him look good than he did
Yeah,
sound
I
good.
literally watched her more than I watched Sway Lee.
Yeah, she kept pointing out. She's like, "Dude, look what she's doing! Oh, look what she's doing now! Oh my god!" I was like, "What? Where?" I was
She's
like, "Oh
so
my god, that's
talented.
crazy." Well, fuck Sway Lee. All he does is press
Maybe
auto
the
tune on his
dancer's
mic.
Sway Lee.
Sway
Yeah,
Lee,
he has
literally,
an
you could
auto-tune
see
mic.
he was like clicking his
Well,
mic
you
or
know-
some shit, and like his auto tune went like way high.
You know, Post Malone uses auto tune as well, right?
Yeah, it not to the same degree. And he played a song called oh fuck, what is it? It's
The
like
one
from
with
his
the
first
guitar?
first album is acoustic. There was no auto tune.
Feeling with
Okay.
me?
That was
I fucking wish.
No, it was called.
It was like Shutter or something
it
like
was
that.
called Stay.
Stay from his
Oh,
first
I love
album.
Stay.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs.
And there was
Played it
no
on the
there was no
guitar.
auto tune. He acoustic sat down on a chair, played the acoustic, sang with no auto tune.
You know, I didn't even know he could play a guitar.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
he
sing.
learned from Guitar Hero.
What?
Yeah,
How do
He
you
played
learn
Guitar
guitar from
Hero
guitar?
3, and then he liked it so much that his parents bought
Oh,
him a guitar.
okay. I was
and
about to
then
say,
he-
there's no way he learned to play guitar by
No,
playing
no, no,
Guitar
no.
Hero. Because I used to go to guitar lessons
That's what inspired
and play
me.
Guitar Hero 3.
I used to play Guitar Hero so much that my parents were really considering getting me a guitar because I was like, oh, fuck this game. Because like, I've already beat it on expert. Like, I
You've
have
already-
nothing I can do from there. I just want to do
They
another
get you
thing.
a real guitar and you're like, where's the fucking blue button?
Where's orange? Like, I don't see it.
Guys, I can play expert. I can
It
use
was
my
so
pinky.
fucking good.
And
It
you
was,
finally learned 5 notes, and that's it. 5 chords. That's
Yeah.
all you know, ever.
I don't like the chorus like better now. That's all I'm gonna play.
So he didn't really learn from Guitar Hero. He was just like
It inspired him to learn it.
inspired.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the weirdest part was the crowd.
The crowd.
It was like all different
Literally
types of people.
from 10-year-old boys to like 70-year-old couples. It was the weirdest shit. I'm
Yeah,
dead
but-
serious. There was some old white-haired people coming in together, couples, and they were just sitting down. I was
That's
like,
the
this is
Post
the
Malone
weirdest
effect,
shit,
man.
man.
Dude,
It's weird. And then he plays he played like I don't know.
Like
He plays some
doesn't
fucked up
doesn't
songs.
Post Malone act like in I don't know the actual song, but I know he has like a song lyric in one of his songs where like he straight up mentions he's like,
Your
yo,
grandma likes
yeah, even your grandma likes my music.
yeah, something like that. I
Like,
forget
he
what
knows
song
his-
that is.
Your
That's on his
grandma
newest
probably
album.
knows me. It's on his new album.
This is
I
his
think.
newest album.
Yeah.
Your grandma probably knows me too. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like he
That's-
knows his demographic.
It's everyone. So
Yeah,
that's
everybody.
really fucking easy.
Literally.
His song choices were like, because he played super popular songs and then he played not so
He,
popular songs.
Like played songs that I didn't know, and
Like-
I've listened to like
Really?
all of his songs. I didn't know
Stay.
I didn't
You
even
didn't know
that.
Stay?
I didn't recognize it until I heard it afterwards from Spotify, and I was like, oh, I know this song. When he
Okay.
was playing it live, I couldn't.
Because like
click
that
in.
that
I was
is
like,
one
what
of
the
my favorite
fuck?
songs, but like I've had Stay downloaded on my phone since basically it
I
came out.
remembered why I never listened to it. It's because that that weird chord progression when he does that, like the chords, like they follow his vocals.
Yeah.
So when they do that weird like chord progression, he does the weird vocal shit,
Yeah.
and then he does like the same thing for like 20 seconds, and then he does his thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that back when I first heard it,
Wow.
which was in grade like.
So you have a
fucking-
criticism
12?
of Post Malone.
Yeah, I did.
You're like a
I
die-hard
hate-
Post Malone
dude,
fan.
White Iverson, I hated with a passion. I fucking hated White Iverson.
Wow.
And then I heard the rest of his songs, and I was like, "Oh my god, this guy has a great voice." And then I found "Don't Think
Great
Twice."
body.
Dude.
Killer
His
tattoos.
face though.
Did any women show him their tits?
I wish
Like
that
that-
would have been a great fucking. I would have recorded the shit.
Like
of
they're
that.
like that fucking popular meme going around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like me versus the new Black Ops or some stupid bullshit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to mean. I've seen it 100 times. I can't remember any of
I
them.
love that meme. Mine is like me seeing my girlfriend's tits for the 1000th time.
Yeah.
It's
I've
like
seen
my
that one.
girlfriend, and you see the girl lifting her shirt.
Well, it's like he's never seen a pair of random tits before. It's like, dude, you're Post Malone. Dude.
Maybe he was just shocked that someone would
Some
actually do that at a
on stage.
concert. Yeah.
Well, they used to happen all the time at like heavy metal rock
Yeah.
concerts. Like,
Used to happen in
He's a
freaking
fucking
Eminem
rock star.
concerts.
he's a fucking rock star. It's obviously gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, it was
Maybe
really
there was a
good.
note there.
It's like
This
Post
girl
Malone,
lifts up her
I am secretly your second cousin twice removed on your father's side. He's like, oh, no way,
No way.
that's crazy.
Oh my god.
No, I definitely recommend. As somebody who's like,
Dude,
I'm a Post Malone fan. Like, I like his music, but I only ever listen to like his radio stuff. Like, I've never gone in, I've never gone into like his albums other than the latest one because Jacob has been playing it nonstop.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I definitely recommend it for people who are like kind of fans because it was really good. It was really good.
That's great. This is all getting recorded. Oh.
What do you mean?
Jacob in the bathroom. Oh. Yeah, the only live performance I've ever seen, I've seen Headley live, and that's about it.
Lame.
I've never been to a concert ever.
Well, Headley is, like, they're entertaining as fuck. Like, he has stage presence. Like, when we were there, I guess there was this girl in the front row who was on her phone. So he had security grab her phone. And he's like, oh, if you want your phone back, you have to come up on stage and take it from me. And then she was like, what? And he's like, yeah. So then she came up on stage. He's like, all right, like, as punishment for being on your phone, like, I'm FaceTiming the very first person on your contact list or something like that.
And who was it?
It was like her best friend who was like a huge Headley fan, and she was
That
like,
wasn't there?
that wasn't there. Yeah.
so much for a fan.
That was
Well,
planned.
I don't know, it seemed pretty random.
If they didn't come to my school, I didn't see him perform.
If they didn't come to my school,
If it wasn't part of a mandatory assembly at
You
my
know
school.
that they have like a super bad rep now, eh?
do
Headley?
they? Why?
Yeah.
Well, they broke up.
No, it's not only that. Like apparently they, like used to
They
rape little girls.
No. That's
Good for them.
that's not what happened.
That definitely came out though because when
What apparently
Jacob
he would
Holgard?
no, he would get into situations where, like, he would get into like risque situations with like younger like underage fans.
Why would you do that though?
Like again, it's one
He's
of
super famous.
no, it's one of those like, dude, why'd you do that? You know she's 17, right? And he was like, what? She's fucking 17? And then there was just like so many instances of that he was like, okay, we just have to stop altogether because like eventually I'm gonna actually do something illegal and not even know it.
Well, there was like a protest when they came here. Like people were outside of the concert. Like
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like they weren't like, it wasn't like
They
cancel
did-
culture or anything. Like the lead singer himself decided to put an end to it because even he realized that like,
Wait, Headley's broken up now?
yeah, well they're done. They're done.
Is it because like he wants to take a break, or is it because he's like, I am abusing my power and I
Just
need to
not
stop?
tour. Can you just not tour?
I don't
Make
know.
songs?
I heard that they're
You
done.
can for sure.
Just make songs, no tour.
I heard that they're done.
maybe they just decided to
Which-
take a step
In
back.
And
his
same to, like-
defense, in his defense, when you're on tour, you're going 100 fucking
Yeah.
places in a year.
Yeah.
You're literally flying to 100 different locations
like-
within a year. You don't have time. You're just partying. And you go to the show. You do your show. You do your after party.
Yeah.
And then someone's there, and then things lead to things.
Yeah. No, he never. I don't. As far as I know, he hasn't had sex with anyone
Or
underage.
he lucked
But
up.
like he's like nearly had sex with people underage, and like it's like
what is he
again,
gonna do?
I give him the benefit of the
Consent
doubt just
papers?
because I really like their music. But like I'm pretty sure
I
it's
do
just
like
one of
it
those
as
like,
well.
oh fuck, I didn't know she was 17 kind of
Yeah,
situations.
and it's just
Carton
like,
bitches, man.
how often can it happen before it's like this isn't like a coincidence anymore? It's like
That's why he
you
stopped it,
are-
right?
Yeah.
Start carding bitches, man.
Yeah, that's
Start
exactly what I'm saying. What
Can
are you
I
gonna
see
do?
your driver's
Start
license?
asking
Yeah.
for IDs. Well, how about they have fake IDs? What if they're like
Yeah.
consent
Oh,
papers?
god damn.
Like,
Yeah.
The
like
mom's
literally, if you're
present.
famous nowadays, to have sex with anyone that's not your regular relationship, like you have to get like consent. Like it's fucking retarded. You have to sign papers.
What?
Not really. I'm just saying, if you want to like cover your fucking asses, like you
A
get a
prenup
paper
for a
signed.
one-night
Yeah,
stand?
prenup for a one night stand.
Yo, this is going so well. Could you just sign these documents for me?
Just real quick.
Oh god.
Like
Well,
I
no, there was like a petition that was going around Sudbury for them to never come back here.
Yeah,
but they were breaking up anyway, so I don't know what the point of it was.
Yeah.
Just butthurt parents. So like, my daughter's not going to get knocked up by Jacob Hogarth.
Why the fuck not? You wouldn't have to fucking spend any money on the kid.
Exactly. That child support.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Covered. Your child, your grandchild, the
mind you,
they're all covered for life.
Oddly enough, like aside from like their actual music, he's actually like really raunchy on stage. Like
who's Headley? Who's the lead singer? Headley?
Jacob Hogarth.
When they got on stage, like literally, like as soon as they got on, it's really weird because they have like really like lovey-dovey, like soft.
They have very radio friendly, like
literally
children friendly songs.
Literally, he gets on stage and he's like Timmons, and it was like and he was all like, I forget what he said, he's all like brothers, and like he's like fathers, and they're like and he's like hide your sisters and wives because we're in fucking Timmons now.
Jesus.
Oh my god, seriously. Like, Post Malone didn't even know that ham.
Play at Timmons?
It was at Stars and Thunder.
That's insane. Like, they didn't go, like, Post Malone didn't go that ham in fucking Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, he ready to listen to shitty music and fucking jam the fuck out or something like that.
He said, we're here to get fucked up. Like,
yeah, that was like it.
Like, that's what he said just walking on stage.
He didn't think he'd say, like, yo, we're gonna get fucked up.
And he was so, like, humble. Like, after every single song he sang, he was like, thank you guys so much. And, like, I swear to God, he was crying. By
Was that
the
the
end
first
of it.
year or the...
That was when I was working in the mine.
So that was the first year they had
Yeah, that was the first Stars and Thunder.
Oh.
And, like, it's funny, too, because, like, apparently they're super sociable with their fans. Because, like, I went to work the next day, and, like, a girl that I worked with, she was telling me, she's like, I found the hotel they were staying at. Like, I found them, and, like, they offered me a joint. Like, she smoked weed with Headley.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
Okay, awkward to bring this up in front of Victoria. My ex actually was a huge, like, diehard fan. She brought a ring pop to one of their concerts. And then she got the VIP tickets for, like, the photo and the interview, like, not interview, but, like, to talk with them afterwards.
Yeah.
And she gave him the ring pop. I was like, could you pose for a photo and, like, pretend like you're proposing with the ring pop? And he did.
Yeah.
And she had, like, 3 different photos with Headley all the same way.
Yeah, no, they're super good.
They're super good.
Super
like
nice.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, like, they're like that with everybody, which means I understand that, like, how they might end up doing that with, like, a 17-year-old.
Yeah, because,
like,
I mean, like,
they're trying to please all their fans.
Have you ever watched them back in the, not making the band, but, like, you know the old school MTV shows that they were in? They hosted one of those weird MTV new band hosts things. Yeah. And they did it with, like, a day with a fan kind of thing. I forget what it was called. Anyways, and it was, like, a young people, and, like, he was, like, really, like, into it, like, super, like, fucking way
he loves
into
his
her
fans.
life.
He
loves
it.
Like, he was, like, really, like, he was more like she was a celebrity than he was, and he was just, like, all over her. He's like, not, like, all over her in, like, a sexual way, but, like, just, like, oh my god, what does your mom do? Oh my god, no way, like,
well,
just
it's
nuts.
It's interesting, because
that was, like, fucking 10 years ago. But
like, even mentioning, like, Post Malone, like, how humble he is as well, like, I can only imagine, like, how... If you yourself are, like, a normal person, you're not conceited or egotistical, like, being able to, like, express yourself artistically and then see people fucking enjoy it, like, that must be one of the best feelings in the world.
And he also... Remember, did you ever watch the H3 video with him when he first blew up after White Iverson?
Yeah.
Oh, with Posty? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was saying, he's like, my music's a fucking meme. Like, my music's a joke. Like, I don't think I make that good of a music. Like, he's like, White Iverson, I put a lot of work in. Like, that's a good song. It blew up. It was lucky. It was, like, overnight fame kind of shit. But he's like, the rest of it is, like, these are, like, not that great. Like, I don't think they're that amazing.
He puts a lot of jokes in his songs.
Yeah, like, even the fucking... make a lot of paper... Like
Michael Scott,
like that. Like
and
making
another
paper
time,
like Michael
say
Scott.
Dunder Mifflin.
He says Dunder Mifflin.
And then he fucking like he's Zach and Codeine.
And Codeine
is a full on song title. Like his songs are fucking jokes. Like they're memes within the songs, which is hilarious.
And then at the end he put up his phone number, free to text.
That wasn't Post Malone. That was the opener. Like not the first. The DJ was the opener, but like the first actual rapper, Tyler Yahweh.
Oh, he
put up a number that turned out to be a fucking bot.
That's funny.
And then he texted me later. What did he text me? He texted. Yeah, I texted him that night. Like what? 20 minutes after his set ended, and Sway Lee was on stage, and I was just like, fuck it. Like I'm not really that big into like Ray Shremmerd or Sway Lee, so like, I don't really care. Like Black Beatles was playing. I was like, fuck it. I was like, oh, what's that number that was on there? So she took a photo. Victoria took a photo, and I was like texting the number, and I was like, hey brother, what's up? Like how's the out? Like, what the fuck did I say?
Let's get weird.
You're like, yo, where's the after
I was like,
party?
hey, brother,
Like,
what's
let's
up?
get weird.
Where's the after party at, bro? Let's get weird. And then nothing happened. No response. And then I just left it. And then today, it texted me back as a bot. It was like, yo, brother, it's Tyler.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it was like, hey, brother, it's Tyler. I see you didn't save you as a contact in my phone. I was like, what?
And then he said something about fill out a form or
Yeah.
you don't have your form
Did I delete
filled
it?
out. I was like,
I think I deleted it already because I was like, cancel that. Like, fuck. Yeah, I did delete it. So I was literally like, yo, brother, it's Tyler. I see you didn't save you as a contact in my phone. I was like, when I first read that, when I first saw yo, it's Tyler, I was like, oh my god, he actually responded. And then I saw the fucking rest of it. I was like, oh, this is some bot shit.
He said you didn't save you.
Yeah, that's what I said to her.
I know you put your phone number into the...
Yeah, maybe it was him, and he thought that you were a guy at the party that put your phone number in his phone.
It
well,
might
no,
have been.
it ended with, if you want more contact, whatever, text help in all caps.
Oh.
If you want to stop this, press text all caps stop to cancel this. And I was like, stop, delete. Like, fuck that. Like, it was fully a bot.
Okay.
It was literally like the shit you get from your fucking bank.
Yeah.
Like, it's that kind of stupid shit. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, why would you even put that up on the stage? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That pissed me off. When I got that text today, at first I was like, oh man, I might have missed out on the after party. And I got the text today, I was like, oh, there was no fucking after parties.
Yeah,
would you have
there
gone
was.
to the after party?
150 fucking %.
Yeah.
As soon as he put it up on stage, I was like, oh my, I looked right at Victoria, I was like, dude, we're going. And she's
Yeah,
like,
we
yep,
were, like,
that's
geared
fine.
to
Like,
go.
she's like, I know how much you love this shit. Like, go for it. Like, text it. I was like, cool, let's do it.
They have
Let's do
designer
it.
drugs.
Exactly. I was like, dude, we're gonna do fucking heroin with Post Malone. I don't give a shit. We're doing
Wow, that escalated quick.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing that.
Whoa.
Either way, I just wanted to fucking go. I was like, at the off chance that Post Malone would have been there, like, he's by far, like, bar none, my
What would
favorite
you have
artist
done?
right now.
Okay, theoretically.
Cried.
You get a text. You text this number. You get an address. You go to the address. You get let in, and like you're not around Post Malone, but you see that you're in the same room as Post Malone.
Cried.
What do you do?
I honestly think...
Would you approach him?
Oh, 100%. I would definitely approach him. Like, you know me. Yeah. At that point, I was already a few beers deep. Like, I'm very sociable.
You would probably... You drunk, you would go up to Post Malone and explain his music to him.
You know what your music feels like to me? This is what it feels like to me. You should definitely cut those fucking braids, dude.
No, he didn't have braids.
He didn't have braids. I didn't realize he cut his braids, by the way. And
I didn't know he had braids.
Yeah,
Have
he
you
always
not
had
seen
like the two braids on the side.
He had two braids on either side.
Yeah.
And then he cut them. I never even noticed. Like, I haven't watched any of his music videos yet. I just listen to his music. So, like, I listened to it on Spotify or SoundCloud. And then I watched the concert, and I was like, hold the fuck up. Where the fuck are the braids? And then he has, like, this little Jufro going. I was just like, what the fuck? And every time his head went down, because he was, like, screaming into the mic, you could see the bald spot.
He has a bald spot?
Right at the top of his head. I was like,
do you think it's natural or on purpose?
I think it might have been from the sweat, because when you have really curly hair,
Like partying.
when you have really curly hair, and then you sweat, like, the hair's going to start parting down the middle, because it's going to start going down with gravity. And, like, it could have just been from the, fuck, what the word is. He's just sweating so much that his hair started parting naturally. So I was like, I don't know if that's what it was. Victoria pointed out originally, and I was like, oh, fuck. And then I kept seeing it, I could not look at it. Every time that he fucking put his head down, I was like, oh no, no.
I'm pretty sure.
It's all those cigarettes and cocaine he's doing.
I'm pretty sure he came out with pajamas on.
Dude, because once that fucking the after party shit didn't go through, I googled today when I was at work, because I took Friday off, so I worked Saturday, like today, and I googled it. I was like, the Post Malone Toronto after party, and then nothing came up from it. Oh my god! Oh yeah, and then they were talking about his clothes, and they're like, Post Malone is wearing like an ironic, self-deprecating outfit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, he's wearing like this, like, track pants, pajamas, pants, like literally like Crocs.
He probably woke up like 20 minutes before the concert started.
Did a line of coke and rocked.
He literally, he was. I don't know if this was like pre-recording or not, but like he was 100% on coke when he walked on stage.
Yeah.
His jaw was
Yeah, you talked about
Yeah,
that already.
that was fucked. Like, I literally looked up. I looked right at Victoria. I was like, dude.
Were you disappointed or impressed?
I was dying laughing. I just thought it was the funniest shit. I was like,
nervous.
I honestly didn't.
You got nervous?
I got nervous at first because I was like, he looks so high. Like, he's
Yeah,
not even going to finish this concert. But then by the end of it, he was totally fine.
Dude, he was fucking killed it.
I find it really interesting just because of the differences in lifestyles. Like, Post Malone and that how he's, like, genuinely friends with H3H3.
Oh yeah.
I was like, they lead completely different lifestyles.
But they were friends prior to him getting famous.
No.
As soon as literally the same week White Iverson blew up is when he had that first video with.
Fuck,
It's
that's
like one of it, like
them at his house.
Yeah, because they are friends now.
Yeah, they're like actual friends.
Wasn't like one of the very first things he wanted to do with his fame is meet H3H3 because he was just a fan of their YouTube channel?
I don't know. I've looked that up. It's like, is it H3 that reached out to him or him that reached out to them? I'm assuming it was him that reached out to H3.
I think so.
Because he was like some guy living in his friend's closet before White Iverson blew up, and then as soon as it did, it wasn't. I don't know if it was on a record. It wasn't on a record. It was just a SoundCloud blow up.
Yeah.
Next thing you knew, it had 100 million views like a day later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was insane. Like, he's like, I went to bed, I woke up the next day, and I was getting text messages from my mom, my sister, my whatever. Like, I have family members and friends. He's like, dude, check your fucking SoundCloud. Like, you're insanely fucking popular. And they just put the video. Like, you just put the song out. Like, and then with the $5,000 that he ever had in his bank, like, he made the video for White Iverson with like the Bentleys in the basketball court on the desert and shit. That was all.
That was a Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce or whatever. It was $5,000 he had to his name.
Yeah.
He made all of it with all the change he had
all
left.
on the line.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that the song alone blew up to tens of millions of views, you might as well make a video.
Can you imagine just waking up and just suddenly being a celebrity? Like, not gradually falling into it, but you're like, honest to God, just wake up and everyone knows who you are.
Yes. I think about it daily.
Jake wants to be famous so bad.
Honest to God, the only thing I want to be famous for, I just want to be famous enough to get on the Hot Ones show.
Oh my God.
I could live without that. I honestly could. I don't even care about any of that. I don't care about even getting interviews. I just want to be famous enough that will sustain my life.
Yeah.
You don't have an expensive. Is what you're saying.
No, I just want to do what I enjoy and have that as a life.
Yeah, but being famous isn't a job, though.
You got to be famous for something.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're just saying you want to be famous. You're not saying I want to be famous.
Okay, I'm not gonna be like a fucking YouTube prankster.
You're just gonna take whatever comes your way, or what?
So, no, like I want to. Like I talked to Fred actually about this. Like I really want to get into like producing music or something like that. Like I think I have an ear for it. I think I'd be decent for it. But like producing music is a fuck ton of work.
Yeah.
And it'd just be hard to sit down at a computer for that long and do it. But I think I could do it. It'd be fun to do. Dude,
I checked the time.
I think that would be a decent thing. Like I want to take like a course, like just like even like a cheap ass course or like a fucking free course, or even just watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, I was just about to say you can find anything on YouTube.
Literally, like any kind of music producing intro.
I don't know, like,
and then build off it. You know,
I'm thinking about like I really want to get more into like a business side of things. Like as lazy as it sounds, like I really want to get into stuff that produces a lot of like passive income, like
income that you don't have to work for.
Well, like
money.
So you have to manage it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to get into the management side of things.
I want to get into like an organizational management kind of thing. I wouldn't mind making money that way. Like
you're more of a logistical thinker, though.
Am I though?
I would say
Jill?
so. You set this entire.
Oh really? I thought Jill was going to argue that.
You set this entire thing. Like this wouldn't exist without you.
Yeah, but that's just more of like.
You pushed for it. You bought the mic. You bought the equipment for it. Like you push for it. You like. I have the computer that can run it. Like shit like that. Like,
you're the birthing father.
You are. Like, you actually. Like, you're the brainchild of this.
Yeah, well, this is my brainchild.
And then also Baka Boys is another thing.
Which we haven't started yet, and we did shout out in a
We did shout it out, and we should have started about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I have not yet even started reading.
Yeah. Well, we can't read until we put the first episode out, and we need to re-record our first episode. To the people listening who don't know what we're talking about, Jake and I are starting up a second podcast already, where we're going to read manga and joke on it. It's going to be a little bit more lighthearted than this.
Fred is a big advocate for manga. I have never in my life read a manga, so I guess it's going to be a big first time for me. And my whole take on things is purely satirical.
Yeah. I'm really confused
comedic.
with why it's backwards.
Why are you reading manga backwards?
I went to the comic book store for the first time
left to
ever.
right.
Yeah, we went to Comics North today,
No,
and like there was
from right
manga.
to left.
Yeah,
Like,
you read left to
back-
right.
Oh, sorry. No, you read left to right is English.
Right to
Oh,
left.
right, yeah,
is
right to left.
Japanese.
My
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Dude,
Kevin
that was
saw-
literally because Fred was
I was
trying
like, why
to
is
show
this book backwards?
he was trying to show me the first one we're gonna read. I was reading it fucking left to right, and I was like, "This makes no sense." I was like, "He's freaking out before it happens," and he's like,
He's
"It's
freaking-
backwards." And I
he's
was like,
freaking out.
"Oh, okay, I get it now. It makes more sense."
It's really weird because I've gone to the point I don't even notice it now because like I read regular comic books and I read manga, and like without realizing it, I just read them both properly. At this point.
yeah. It's just a natural.
That's
thing.
because like I
You
used
can
to read.
very easily tell in your brain. It's like, oh, this is a manga. This is a comic book. Comic
Yeah.
books are very comic book.
Yeah.
Mangas are much more with the.
I
the-
I
don't
don't
can't
wanna-
believe how thin comic books are. They're like 20 pages, not
Yeah.
even.
But
Well,
there's also like 30 fucking photos each page.
Yeah, but like
Sometimes like
the mangas though are like fucking the Bible thick.
yeah, well, most mangas are like short children's story book lengths. Like yeah, I would say about a typical like comic book is like 20-ish pages, and then some mangas can be about 60-ish pages a chapter.
I saw that one that was like in the 300s.
Yeah, well, no, that was because that was like a volume.
Oh.
So like that book was like chapters like
The
1 to
popular,
50 in
yeah.
like one book.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but yeah. What? Losing train of thought here. But yeah, no, like I am a huge advocate for manga because like I really enjoy comic books, and there are mature comic books or like comic books with like a bigger message, but I find like most mangas are only good if it has a bigger message. Like if you can actually learn something or like take something from it.
What's the one about being a blob?
That time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Dude, I want to read that one.
I'm
you
caught up on
mentioned
it.
You mentioned it, and I've literally watched. Excuse me.
Ooh,
Sorry,
that's
that was
nice.
a good burp.
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Gucci or something like that. Like the fucking, he's like a Filipino YouTuber, full proper English, but he made a video about the anime.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is probably the most wholesome,
Yeah.
greatest anime I've ever seen. And like he made a lot. He made a shit ton of videos. I forget what the fuck he's called.
It's more or less like, what if a nobody in our world suddenly became godlike in an alternate world?
But as like a genderless blob, so there's no sexual anything.
Yeah.
Like there's no etchy shit at all. Like,
Well, there's some etchy shit in it. Like I know you haven't gone too
that's
into
what
it.
he said. There was like it's
Oh, no, there's-
specifically, he was like, oh, there's no etchy shit. Like it's a genderless
Etchy or edgy?
blob.
No.
Etchy.
Etchy.
ECCHI.
It just means like sexually charged in
Ah.
manga. No,
Yeah.
there's some scenes because like there's like a running joke that like women think that the slime is like super cute. So like whenever he goes anywhere in public and like there's women who see him, like they pick him up and like he's always like sitting in their
right in the
cleavage.
tits.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit happens a lot.
Okay.
And
that-
see through,
I
I'm
get,
guessing?
I get
But
that.
I
actually.
I read it for the story.
No.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
plot.
yeah. Not for the titties
Not when you were
and the
13.
cleavage.
That's why you fell in love with it for another reason.
I mean, that time I was reincarnated as a slime wasn't around when I was 13. It's relatively new. It's only been
Yeah,
around
dude.
a couple of years.
Jeez, shit.
Mind you, wait, are we really gonna go on another anime manga tangent for the second episode in a row?
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left. We can probably go.
Oh my god.
If you guys want to, I don't give a fuck.
No, I feel like there's too many people here who don't know.
Gigguk. Gigguk.
Gayguk is the name of the guy?
This guy.
Of the YouTuber?
Yeah. Let's see. Home. 2 million subscribers.
Huh.
And all of his videos are literally like
anime
sort
breakdowns?
out online,
That's nice.
explain shit like
So
that.
that's another like
I'll send you his link. He's fucking actually really good videos. I really like
That's
them.
good. I kind of do want to move the topic over because we did talk about a lot of manga
That's
in the
true
last
with
episode.
Matthew, yeah.
And yeah, we should save a lot of that talk for our second podcast.
That's true, actually.
That way we don't end up repeating points.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's hard not to. I don't get how people separate them so easily.
Yeah.
It just kind of melts over to me.
Yeah. Anyways, is there anything left to talk about? Jillian, do you want to mention anything?
I feel crippled.
You feel crippled?
Oh,
yeah. How is your leg doing?
It feels like it's on fire.
Yeah, that's...
Feels like a sunburn, and I can feel the whatever. It's not. It's like white, yellow, liquid leaking down the back of my leg.
Ew.
Platelets.
Do you want some napkins?
You want some...
It doesn't make it that far down.
That's nasty.
Were you
Oh, yeah.
there when I got my calf tattoo, Victoria, and I had to go into work?
Yes.
It was bleeding through my socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, like, I got the tattoo that day, and then I got called into work, so then I was on my feet the whole time, even though I booked that.
You're allowed to say no.
I know, but I think Jill was out of town, and I was just, like, gonna be home alone anyways.
Yeah. Mine didn't bleed nearly as much as I thought it would.
Yeah? Are
Yeah.
you typically a bleeder?
Yeah, which is the weird part. So.
Yeah, Kevin's a bit of a bitch.
Oh, it's,
Not Kevin the person, but Kevin, like, the physical body.
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy
Kevin's-
gets a tattoo.
Kevin's
There's no
body
control
is-
over what's going on. I can't believe I didn't yell one time.
You were making some faces, though.
Oh, I was holding
on
it back, man. There
on
was
that chair.
sometimes. There's a couple times that were like I didn't know if I was gonna like.
Even finish it?
Well, no, not. I was like, oh, that like like as soon as it would become unbearable, he would kind of like move away,
Yeah.
and then he
So,
started like.
did he
another
know, like, without you saying anything, he just knew this is going to hurt?
I don't know. I don't. My left foot was probably twitched a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm scared to get one now.
Oh, yeah, she wants to get one. Victoria wants to get
Just
one, too.
do it. Like, anyone who wants to get a tattoo, just do
But
it.
I
It's
have a.
But,
It's not
I
as
have a
bad as you
couple-
think.
but, I would say, anyone who gets a tattoo, put some thought and effort into it, and then sit on it for, like, I would say at least, like, 6 months.
I thought on
if not
this
longer.
idea, this animal for like a couple years now, but like this exact design, I've only decided like
Yeah.
a month.
Like,
and a
my
half ago.
tattoo is literally me and my brother just wanted matching tattoos.
Yeah,
And originally, my brother was dead set on having YOLO.
yeah.
In
Maybe
tiny
also
type
take
font.
it easy on like how big it is, because like I sat
Yeah.
down for 4.5 hours.
First time.
Should have probably like kept it like a 2-hour mark.
Like, you could have even just done the outline and then gone back to fill it.
But well, because I got a lot like it's fur, right? So it's kind of got like a lot of sharp points type of thing. So like
Yeah,
while
that's
he's
fair.
got the outline, the small one, he kind of zigzags in that, right? So like
That's
this kind of
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That's also fair. Like, mine is very much outline. That's it.
Yeah. All the tattoos I have are like tribal style, super thick lines, super filled in.
How long do yours take? Yours probably fucking forever.
No, collectively, all three of my tattoos put together, I was probably under the needle for like maybe 4 hours. Collectively.
Really?
yeah. And I think did that in my first shot.
Like, yours doesn't seem that wild. It does have, like,
it's all the
bit
lines
more
and all the
detail.
detail.
Yeah. His is
Yeah.
much more detailed.
Yours has a
than
lot
mine.
more detail, but I wouldn't think... I think yours is smaller than any one of yours.
It's probably
Kevin's one tattoo of the wolf is smaller
It's
than
about
any
4.5
one
inches
of
tall.
Fred's tattoos. But Fred's are much more basic.
Yeah,
and
they're just
tribal
they're just
style.
symbols.
They're
more
just
or less.
lines
They really
and
are,
curves,
yeah.
where mine are kind of like
Yours is intricate.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yours, like all three of my tattoos, no matter how long they took, he had the line work done in like maybe 40 minutes. Like the first hour and a half of Kevin's tattoo was just lines
Okay, that
before
makes
he even
sense.
started filling stuff in.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want one, but I think I'll always chicken out. I don't
You think you'll always
I'm
want one? Because
literally,
I've never
I'm
had
literally
one?
gonna have to
Yeah.
sit there in the fucking tattoo office, whatever the fuck it is, like the receptionist desk,
Yeah.
and sit there with her and like literally keep having to pull her back in because she's gonna chicken out every
Oh.
5 minutes.
There's
I know
time
this.
like I was eating breakfast at Subway, or at lunch at Subway, whatever. And like there was a time I was sitting there, I was like, I'm not there yet.
You're not gonna regret it, honestly. Like,
Oh, no, I love it.
I fucking love my tattoo.
I kept getting like I didn't want to look at it really till it was like I made it till like it was like 4/5 of the way.
Yeah, he didn't
maybe.
want to see any of the progress.
any of the
No,
progress.
I didn't either. I
Until
literally
it was
mine was
all
on,
the way done, but I'd get glimpses in the mirror, like little glimpses. And I was like, ooh, yeah.
yeah, like
Ooh.
they put the stencil on my arm, and then
That's
the
all it looked
stencil
at.
I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, and then they moved it, they
Yeah.
changed it, and I was like, okay, that's much better. And then I finally, like, I did the same shit. I literally looked up away from my arm to let her finish, and then I finally finished. I was like, that looks fucking
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Like, it's better than the stencil.
Yeah.
And I think she had noticed, like, the difference of, like, some, like, because my bear has some claws, and, like, some of them are rounded, and some of them are pointed, and I think she just kind of fixed it. They're all pointed now.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, oh, dude, much better. Much better.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they do a rough sketch
Yeah.
before they put it on.
Yeah.
And then when it's putting on, it's like, this is it. This is the final product. And they do a lot of extra extra time and detail into it.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that's fair though.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I feel like I'm done with I'm done with meaningful tattoos because like, the 3 that I have right now are the same 3 tattoos that I've wanted since I was 16, 17 years old. And like, even though like I can think of like places where I want tattoos, I just cannot think of one that I genuinely want right now.
Now that I finally broke the seal of having one,
yeah,
I'm gonna be covered.
Yeah,
not really actually covered, but like, I would say I'd probably get at least 1 new tattoo a year, kind of style. That's just me, because once I get something I really like, and now I start thinking about the next one that I would love.
See, I've always had that.
That's my kind of thing.
I've always had that up until I just got my 3rd tattoo. I don't know what I want next, if I'm even getting another one.
Yeah, no, I would say I'm definitely gonna get, like, I have like 4 more in the works in my brain right now that I want to get.
It'll
Victoria
definitely be
has
a while before I get back under the needle.
Well,
yeah,
yours was a terrible.
Like, do you feel like
a terrible experience?
That sounds like a terrible.
By
first
the end of
experience.
it,
mine was
it
nothing.
was-
It's 20 minutes.
Yeah, by the end of it, I had enough. There was planning originally on shading it too, then we didn't end up doing it.
Yeah,
it was a collective.
He was gonna shade it.
It was too small to really shade it well.
I think it would look cool though. Fucking either way, even if you
If
want to
it
go
was
back and touch
bigger.
it.
I think if it was bigger, you could have shaded
Yeah.
it. But
Well, it's about what the size of the bottom
Coaster?
of a large. Yeah, coaster. It's about the size of a coaster.
Yeah. Still,
I
like,
think that would have decent shading. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't actually be that noticeable, but I think that detail would be fucking cool.
yeah.
And if all the shading came in the same direction, as if
Yeah.
the sun was beating on the right side, all the shading came out the left,
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
I could always get it redone too. Like
That's true.
like
You
when
could
it's
always,
sealed
and it's
stuff.
literally shading, so it's literally just seconds.
But
Yeah,
I didn't
minutes.
I didn't know that either. But he did tell us that like shading is the easiest part.
Yeah.
Like, apparently the most
It's literally just
like painful part about a tattoo is just filling it in solid lines, which
And that's, like-
I didn't know because that's what all my tattoos are.
Yeah, that's why I'm so. Like, you telling me about yours was what scared me about mine.
Yeah, but it's
Because like
completely
mine's
different.
literally just an outline and it's hollow, and like I want to get it detailed. Like
You
I want to get it
colored
detailed.
in.
The thing is, not I don't want to just get it colored in. I want like pastel paint strokes of different colors.
I've seen tattoos
Throughout
of like
it.
what you want.
Like I could show you the photo. Like
See-
the photo that gave me the inspiration. I could show you it. It's not gonna obviously come out in the fucking podcast.
Well,
but
I know. But,
that's
like,
what I want.
I know
and
what
it'd
you
be
mean, and like
hours of
I
work.
feel like that wouldn't hurt because like the colors are so light, so I feel like it wouldn't be like heavy needlework. I feel it would just be like
They are.
ridiculous.
It's pastels. So it's like a bright. It's like a bright pink,
yeah.
a bright orange, bright yellow, bright red. Like
It's
the
probably,
bright
like-
colors, but there's also white, and white cannot be laser removed. So once I get this tattoo, if I ever, for any reason whatsoever, when I'm 50 years old, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get rid of this.
A tattoo
Like-
you have with your brother.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
For whatever reason.
My closest sibling just
Hey,
murdered my
so,
only
like,
child.
Exactly. So
Gotta
if
get
I
rid
get
of
like
this
a
tattoo.
white stripe up the back of it, like that white stripe is just on my arm forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you incorporate it into something.
But like I have scars on my arms and shit. Like there's a scar from when I had a car accident.
Ooh.
I was driving and I can't find the scar actually. I was driving on a car accident and the airbag came off in imagine like the peace symbol,
Yeah.
like the fucking Y,
Yeah.
and then the top piece came out. But I was driving one hand dead center, and it came and sliced my arm up. Oh, it's right there. Oh, you really can't see it anymore. Holy shit, that healed well.
Dude, that's good, I guess.
Anyways, but like it used to be like a thick brown line, but it was in a perfect zigzag up my arm.
Oh,
And I
that's
was like,
cool.
I'm gonna get a lightning bolt on that.
To cover it up.
Yeah, and then there's this tattoo. This right here is just this. I
So
was
good for an audio podcast.
sorry. Okay, so there's a zigzag scar on my arm. I want to get it covered in a lightning bolt, like an old school
Yeah.
cartoonish lightning bolt. I want it
Yeah.
right on my
Like
forearm.
bolt.
Yeah,
Bolt.
Yeah.
a classic cartoon bolt. And then there's a scar on my fucking hand right here. I was riding a skateboard. My skateboard hit a rock, and I landed with my fist under my chest, and my fist took all the fucking impact and scrape
Of what?
of the gravel. And then this scar came out of that, and I want to get a turtle shell over it. It's just a tiny little one, but like I would get a turtle shell covered it.
You like turtles?
And it, I do. I like turtles.
Do you want to save the turtles? Do you use plastic straws?
But shit like that, like the things like that is like this is on my forearm, and then the turtle one would be on my hand. So it's like, I don't know in the future. No, I wouldn't meld into a sleeve. These are just completely separate, totally different tattoos.
You'd be amazed what they could melt together.
Oh, 100%, dude. I could make it a full cartoonish arm.
Yeah.
But that has to meld into future with like job opportunities, shit like that. I don't know how visible tattoos will be.
That's also
20
why
years down the road.
I got on the back of my leg.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got my tattoo.
I went a little risque because I have one on my wrist and one on my forearm there, but that's easily can be hidden.
Yeah.
Like it all depends on like the future. Yeah. That's the worst part is like you don't know how it's going to end up in the future.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't remember. I saw statistics, under 30 to 18-year-olds, like I think 40% of people have tattoos at this point.
Is it that common?
It's
and
literally.
I'm pretty sure
super common.
Like employers aren't allowed to discriminate unless it's something.
Yeah, but how can you prove? Like if they keep it all in their fucking head that like, oh, I'm not going to hire them because of tattoo, and they never say that out loud. And they don't hire you. You can't prove that that's discriminatory.
Yeah, unless you walk in and he's like, "Oh, tattoos," or like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just like, how do you know they didn't hire Jill over you if they just keep it in their head? You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. So you can't prove that they're being discriminatory if you can, like it's difficult.
Yeah, you can unless it's blatantly obvious.
Yeah, unless they're like, unless they like make it a point to talk about your tattoos and their dislike of it, and then not hire you.
Yeah, and it's like the rest of the employees have 0 tattoos.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm kind of afraid to look at it right now, though.
Yeah, it's probably really bloody, probably.
Yeah, I'm like...
Should probably clean it up once we're finished here.
Like, just like dab it up.
Yeah.
Rough.
And it's going to be tender, too, the first time you wipe it down.
I'm just going to blot.
Yeah. It's going to be tender.
My advice, lather that. How often I used to wipe my tattoo, and it was fuck all.
Yeah.
I would lather that shit with, what the fuck, the shea butter oil?
Yeah, we said to wait 3 days, wait for it to start scabbing before doing anything.
Yeah. Well, mine was tiny.
Yeah.
Mine's fuck all.
Well, yours is just very tiny line work. Right?
Exactly. Like,
fucked.
Mine healed within a week.
Which I'm so jealous of. Like, I got this a week ago.
I feel like it's going to be a couple months before it's fully healed.
Do you want some?
No, it's fine. We'll do that.
You look like you need some.
I feel like it's going to be at least 2 or 3 months before mine's healed up.
Oh, no, it'll be...
Yours is pretty thick, but it's not like that. That one, I went to work with you on Saturday last week.
And it was rough.
Was bubbling.
Yeah.
I literally saw bubbles. I was like, dude, it's going to break. Like, your tattoo's fucking broken.
Well, it turns into scabs.
No, it's fine. It's literally what it is.
Well, it looks fine, right?
It's scabbing.
Oh, yeah.
But the scab is colored in ink, so it doesn't look like a scab. It looks like your tattoo is bubbling.
Yeah, it looks like... Once the full tattoo is completely scabbed, it looks as though you can like just rip the whole tattoo off.
Yeah, and literally that's what it was on Saturday when I worked with you. I was like, dude, I literally could probably grab from one corner and pull it right off.
Yeah,
it's gross. And
it wouldn't take the tattoo off, though.
It's just literally a scab.
Yeah.
But when you get something like that, you get lotion and you just fucking lotion that shit up.
I have tattoo glue now. Goo. Not glue.
Glue.
Tattoo
that
goo.
shit together.
I never heard of that. Is that the shit that I'm supposed to buy?
Yeah, it's like special moisturizer just for tattoos.
A girl at the place was like, oh, just buy any kind of coconut butter oil.
Yeah.
Or something. I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I have that. And then we have shea butternut oil. Yeah. I was like, it's close enough.
Close enough. And has the same words.
Mine's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna close this episode then.
That was son. I was Kevin.
That was. You are Kevin.
Oh. Yeah, he definitely is.
Jill had much to talk about this episode.
Mm-hmm. Victoria
just present.
Victoria had even more to say, I have to say.
Yeah, just
her presence is fierce.
What do you mean? I talk.
All right, so
frugal.
Oh, don't bring this up. Don't.
No.
Victoria, just keep not talking.
We're just gonna end this podcast here.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. This has been Pastime Thinker Podcast.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Thank you to our guest, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
We will see you again, for sure. We love you, and we'll talk to you.
Aye.
Pastime Thinker is created by Frederick Piquet, hosted by Frederick Piquet, and edited by Jacob Quinlan.